Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, disneylandforever.com. Hey everyone.
Hello.
It's Jordan.
And some dude.
Oh, who is it?
Daniel.
There we go. We just recently got back from our trip, and when I say just recently, it was
an hour and a half ago.
It was about an hour and a half ago. We're not as exhausted as I think we could have been, partially because I think we both got a little much needed rest on the plane.
Yes.
People misunderstand when they see us, our friends were watching us on the plane like, oh, sure, they're over there just being able to sleep. I'm like, you misunderstand. I'm not saying that we sleep well on the plane. And Dan just got text messages that our flight is boarding right now in Long Beach. The flight that landed 2.5 hours ago. Woo!
Oh, thank you, Delta.
Anyway, people misunderstand thinking like we sleep well. No, we do not sleep well, but any sleep is better than no sleep.
Yep.
And we do it only when we are absolutely exhausted. Because it's like either force myself to stay awake or just give in.
I can nap anytime. I like to nap all the time.
But even you, I can tell when you're just closing your eyes on the plane and when you're like, you are out.
I can't. Like, he nudged me because the, not stewardess, what do you call it? Flight attendant
there you go.
Coming around with drinks, and then between, the 12 seconds they were serving someone else, he had to nudge me again.
Like, I did.
Oh, oops.
You were gone. You were gone. Anyway, so I think because of that, we're not like the absolute most exhausted we could be. And also our flight didn't come back extremely late. It actually came in 15 minutes early, which is
helpful.
Great. So we're not arguing about that. It was a really, really fun trip. I don't think I've been this exhausted after a Disneyland trip in a very long time, but it was good.
I don't know. They're always exhausting to me, but
it was a very, very unique trip, as you guys are going to hear. Like extremely unique. There's so many things in so many ways we have never done things like this before, and it was kind of weird to try and figure out what to do. But I wouldn't necessarily change much of what happened, especially things that are out of my control. But we are going to be talking about the whole trip today, as I'm sure you guys figured. So we'll get into that in a moment. We do have a new review.
We do, from r.stl. I don't know if that's St. Louis or just R.L. Stein.
I don't think so. He puts R. I don't think he puts it
R.
Stein between
L.
R and L.
It's an anagram. They said, best podcast ever. I found your podcast after a long day of work about a year ago. Ever since, I've listened to every episode. I think the time I found your podcast, I listened to 10 that week. Your podcast is the highlight of my week. Sometimes I'll even save the podcast for a day I know is going to be a long one, so I have something to look forward to. More recently, I came back from my dream vacation, 5 days at Disneyland after getting my first ever Magic Key, and I've suffered from post-trip blues, so I'll go back to old episodes just to keep me in the Disney spirit. But seriously, this podcast is amazing. I love hearing about your lives, your advice, and the silly jokes. These episodes are such a breath of fresh air, and I genuinely feel like I'm just listening to some friends chat about common interests. Thank you for making this podcast. Oh, I didn't comment. So there were two of
You didn't do it.
I know. I always do. The crying, smiley, laughy, squinty eyes, eyebrows
What
to the
is it
side
called?
emojis.
I was actually worried you didn't remember the word emoji.
And then at the end, there was the turning your hands into a heart emoji, like a heart-shaped hand shake.
This podcast
motion,
is going to be an hour and a half long.
The emoji. That's it. I'm done.
I hope that there's not some of you that just say these things because you know that we do appreciate hearing this from you guys, because it seems to be like a very common thread that everyone says, like, it feels like I'm listening to just best friends talk. I'm like, great, I appreciate that. That's what we kind of hope for. But it really makes me so happy to hear how many of you feel that way.
It's good to know that there are people out there who would probably be friends with us.
Right?
We think we're so strange that...
We know we're so strange, let's be honest.
So strange, yep.
So glad. Thank you so much. We're happy that this brings joy to some people. Because, like we've mentioned, we still do it because it brings joy to us. And I know there's times where people are like, why are you going so far out of your way and like recording at the most obscene hours of the night because you tell us that it is, like, just miss that week or do something else. And we're like,
when we make 14 cents doing it because we love it.
It's because it really is enjoyable. We really do enjoy doing this. And so we're happy to do it. So thank you guys. And as always, if you haven't yet done so, please leave us a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify or Audible, or a 5-star review on Apple. We really, really, really appreciate them, and we want to. I mean, it's so selfish. Be like, we want to see them keep rolling in. It's not because we just need our ego stroked. We do enjoy
feed our egos.
We do
with
enjoy
good words.
Yeah, we do enjoy reading them out for you so you can hear them as well. And again, I guess we should probably say again, because I know sometimes we go a while before saying it again. If you live outside of the United States and you see any reviews that are even remotely recent, please screenshot them and send them to us on Instagram, because we cannot see them. If you are in Canada,
they are forbidden in the United States.
In Australia,
they're contraband. If you text them to us, you may get in trouble. We'll get in trouble. I'm just kidding.
No. I don't know
why we can't see them.
I don't know who thought that would be important to do it country by country. But yeah, you can send those in. We do love reading those as well. And we would like to read them because I'm sure people are leaving them, but we don't know because we can't tell. So send those in. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for doing this and for leaving these kind words for us. It brightens us our days so much.
Yea, verily, it does.
All right, there's not much news at all. There really isn't much news. I was even looking through all the news. It's like all the merch stuff that's dropped. I don't care. So we did mention that there was like the mural by Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters, was covered up with some panels.
Don't know why.
We don't know why, but they're gone, and the mural's there.
Yep.
So yeah, just kind of everyone was freaking out about it. No reason to freak out about it because
no freak outs
nothing
necessary.
really happened.
And we rode Buzz, and there was nothing updated.
No,
maybe some paint.
A lot of things still not working.
I don't know.
I don't know what they did other than just paint the exterior. Not sure. And then the Emotional Whirlwind finally has a reopening date. I think by the time you're hearing this, it's probably reopened.
I don't believe it's going to happen.
No, it was. I remember the date was very, very, very soon. This is the ride that they were going to have it closed for just a couple of days, and then months later, I must have finally figured out what was wrong.
The weird sound.
So, where was it? It was when I first read this, I had it really, really quickly listed. We now know the opening date. I know. I hate when they do this. June 18th. Yeah. So by the time you hear it, it's opened. Anyway, so there's that. And then I think that was that. Oh, there's a new Magic Key exclusive souvenir Disneyland map scavenger hunt coming soon. If this sounds familiar, it's because they did have one that looked very similar, but for California Adventure. This one is going to be for Disneyland Park specifically.
And the DCA one's done, right?
Yes, I think it's done. I know, we missed it.
Oh, well.
So this apparently, from what I can figure out, it says that you'll be able to get it at Disneyana on Main Street from June 26th to July 24th. But others are saying otherwise. So we're not 100% sure, but it is coming. It doesn't sound like this is going to be something you have to pay for. It's just an experience that you get to do for free.
Limited time offer.
Yep. So that's it.
Yeah, that's the news.
That's the news. There's nothing else that happened, which is probably a good thing because this episode is going to be kind of long.
Yep.
So I'm glad that it worked out that way. So we'll just get right into trip recap. Guys, we went to Disneyland. I hope that you knew that.
End of recap. Bye.
Hey!
We went with some friends, Austin and Caitlin.
Austin is Coleman's in Neverland. I don't remember. Oh, excuse me. Something went to my throat.
You okay there?
No, I'm never okay. Okay. What is his
I don't
name?
think I'm on Instagram with him, so I'm no help.
I can never remember what their actual, like... Thank you for just showing me that. Oh, yeah, Coleman's Neverland. I was like, I think I got it right. Coleman's Neverland. And then, why did I just...
Caitlin's is Bestie Clique.
Bestie Clique.
Bestie Clique. CLIQUE.
Hers I have a hard time remembering because she recently changed it. So Coleman's Neverland and then Bestie Clique. Those are the two that we went with. They're really good friends of ours. And So sorry that we don't have that right on hand, guys.
Well, I just followed both of them right now as we spoke. I'm terrible at Instagram.
Yes, you are.
That's okay.
So anyway, those are the two we went with, and then we left on Sunday.
Yep. And flew to Long Beach. And of course, our room wasn't ready, but that's okay. We're
very used to that.
We had to hurry.
We did not need to hurry.
Kind of.
No.
Okay, well, thankfully it's because our plane arrived early, but
We would have been fine.
we did very soon after arriving have a lunch at Club 33 that was a Alice in Wonderland themed tea party, and it was so cute. Usually you get an appetizer,
It's a 4-course meal.
Yeah, so the first and fourth courses this time, instead of just you picking one of them, were these cute little tray things that had small bites of so many different types of things.
Like at a tea service, kind of thing.
It was so good.
And then there was like actual tea service in there. We had to pick our teas and everything. It was just really fun because it's all Alice in Wonderland themed.
Which Jordan hates.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So we spent quite a bit of time there, and then we left. We did a couple rides beforehand, not many. And then we
I think
did
it was just one because we did have a little bit of
I think
time.
it was after this that we went and did a Smuggler's Run for the first time.
The new
one.
And I was like, I'm happy to be engineer. I know that it's with Grogu and it's delivered and then some.
I don't know why it was only the 4 of us in that car.
They didn't. There was not busy.
It wasn't that busy, and there wasn't a group of 2.
No group of
so they
two,
just had us go in, and so we had 2 pilots. I was the only gunner, and you were the only engineer.
I was one engineer. So I got to choose the destination out of 3. I chose Endor, which was just the where
it was the remnants of the
Death Star crashed.
Anyway, we don't really have many notes for this new version.
My
of
only
Smuggler's
note is the voice of Mando is not even close sounding to Pedro Pascal.
Okay, if we're talking about that, but that's not what I mean. I mean like the
so
actual
good.
ride experience.
Yeah, it was really well done, and it's fun for all 3 now instead of just really fun for pilots, sort of fun for gunners, and totally boring for.
We did it again later the next day, and I chose to be an engineer. And the funnest thing is just sometimes when you're like a little bored, a button comes up and you press it, and it's just there's Grogu. And you're like, yay!
So cute.
So it makes up for everything. Every position is actually really entertaining. So highly recommend Smuggler's Run. Apparently a lot of people didn't know it changed. Like every person we talked to, they're like, "What do you mean it's different?" Like, what are you talking about? Like they've been touting this for like a year and a half.
Yep.
So
much better than it was.
Then after that, really cool. We got a cool experience come up that we didn't know until a couple days beforehand.
We met some new friends that are Club 33 members. The last time we were.
At the last Club 33 event we went to, we met them.
Yeah, the Alice in Wonderland actual event.
And they're platinum members.
So they have much more perks than we do.
Yeah, they're more local. They live like in the Long Beach area. And when we told them we were coming, they're like, "Oh, we'll meet you there." And so they came and they were able to get us into the Salon Nouveau, which is the part of Club 33 we can't get into. And so we actually went right back into Club 33 and we just hung out with them for a little while.
We shared some food. We weren't very hungry because we'd had a late lunch with the tea
But it has a different menu over there.
Yeah, I didn't know they have like actual meals instead of just small bites like at 1901 Lounge in DCA. So it was good. It was good stuff.
Hung out there for a while, and then we did a slew of rides after that.
Yeah, because they get a ton of lightning lanes with their...
And then we still had hours that we hadn't used.
Yep.
And so we were just going on rides like crazy and got a lot done in the couple of hours there. And
because they're platinum members, they got VIP seating for the fireworks if they ask for it. And so
and the parade.
Yep. So we just sat like right in front of the castle, saw Paint the Night to our right. It wasn't like right in front of us, but it was still really close. And then the fireworks viewing was so magical.
I still think I actually prefer to see the fireworks from down on Main Street, but it was so cool to see the detail in the castle up close because I didn't know everything that was on there.
And sitting without people putting their
nice.
kids on their heads in front of us.
And these people, these friends of ours, like they are the nicest people ever. Sometimes it makes you hate them a little bit because they're just so nice. Like he dropped us off and he's like, "I'll be right back," like at the VIP area. And he's like, "I'll be right back." text me your Starbucks orders. And so we're like,
he just bought us
we
Starbucks.
we send him what we wanted. And then we're like, how much do we owe you? And he's like, no. Like, what do you mean? He's like, no, you don't owe me anything. He refused to let us pay him. And that was just like the whole night long. He's like, no, you're not giving me anything for this.
And technically he could only have 6 people for the VIP seating. But because he's so nice to everyone, all the cast members know that they still just kind of let him in as the 7th.
Well, it also worked out. There were some groups that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when we first got in, they're like, we absolutely cannot accommodate 7th. But groups left that they weren't anticipating leaving. So then it worked out. Because there was them and their son. As well, joined the 4 of us, and so there were 7. It was just so nice,
it was
and they're just
very magical day,
and it was fun hanging out with them and getting to know. And then us and Austin and Caitlin and them, we all got along really well, so we enjoyed spending the evening with them. So much fun.
Finally went to our hotel
and
slept. We were in a 2-bedroom villa at the DVC of Disneyland Hotel. So nice, of course.
We could keep talking up the Disneyland Hotel if you don't know how much we love it. It's great.
Yep.
Please consider it.
The next morning we went to DCA, went on Web Slingers, got the best of the day, obviously because it was the beginning, but 4th best of the month.
No, it was 8th best of the month.
Oh, 8th month.
8th best.
That's right.
And this is the middle of the month. I think you forgot one important thing about the day for the 4 of us, Dan. We bounded that day.
That is true.
And he doesn't bound very often.
No.
But we bounded that day as inside out emotions. And so Austin was anxiety. Caitlin was sadness. Dan was anger, of course. And I was disgust. And
of course.
Yeah.
There.
And it was so fun, like how many, especially the cast members had a lot of fun noticing us.
Like, don't get too emotional. Or
it was just, they would compliment us. And then there was a lot of guests too. Like, it looks so great. We're like, thank you. It was fun.
And I had Pouchy from Inside Out 2. And I brought.
You made that one cast member at the gate belly laugh with that.
Yeah, because I had a tomato in it. Not a real one, but.
If you guys know, like, you have to know Inside Out 2 really well.
The stuff that he carries, I had some of that.
Because there's and in the movie, he's like, let's see what I got. I have a rubber duck, a tomato, or the exploding dynamite. And so he had...
I didn't have real dynamite.
No, he didn't have real dynamite. He had
like a picture of it.
He had printouts of dynamite, but then he had rubber ducks and pin cushions, but they look like tomatoes.
Yeah.
In there, and that cast member at the front gate, she couldn't possibly have guffawed any louder. She was having the time of her life seeing you. So sorry, you left that part out. Well, then we went to Web Slingers.
Yeah, we did Web Slingers. Went on Monsters. In Monsters, whatever called, Mike and Sully, and there was no audio. It was weird. We provided the audio.
No, there was audio, but there wasn't any of the character voices.
Yeah, so there was music, but no voices.
The background music was going, but none of the characters said anything.
The cast member we talked to at the end was like,
he was very surprised. But yeah, we provided Austin and Caitlin the missing audio.
I didn't have it fully memorized, but I tried.
And then
we met Anger. Because I had to have a picture with Anger.
Yes. And he also loved that, like Anger.
We were stomping around.
Stomping around together. And then we did a little bit of a photo shoot with each other in front of the emotional whirlwind, because of course you do when you're dressed up as Inside Out characters. And then there was a cast member who saw us and they're like, oh, you guys look so good. Do you want to go on the Ferris wheel without a wait? And yes. I mean, it's not like it's our favorite, no one's favorite ride.
Only if it's non-swinging.
But I'm like, go on a ride without waiting? Yes. And so we got on the Ferris wheel, and that's why we did it, is purely because
Caitlin had never gone on it and hated it, sort of.
Again, it wasn't anyone's favorite ride, but we're like, we'll do it if we don't have to wait.
Austin's fine with it, but yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
I
think it was just about that time we met up with our other friends.
Yeah, we did like Toy Story, and then so we had some friends that we met from a few trips ago in the Tiki Room.
We just happened to sit next to him at the Tiki Room, and we started talking.
Yeah, and I just randomly texted him. I think I was just texting him a few days ago, like, "Hey, if you happen to be in Disneyland,
because they live in Arizona, so it's not like they had any reason to be there."
But they actually happened to be there that day too, so we ate at 1901 with them.
We met up with them, and we went to 1901. Well, yeah, we met up with them, and then we also met up with our friend Jake, who we went on a
Sorcerer
trip
Jakey.
with. Sorcerer Jakey. We went on a trip with him and TJ and Tyler about a month and a half ago.
It was all the stars
He
aligned.
happened to be there.
It was funny.
And so there was a group of 7 of us that all went to 1901.
We were there for 3 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
We were there.
We just chilled
for 4 hours
and nibbled on things,
just eating and having a great time because all of us got along so well. In fact, when we left, we're like, guys,
We should probably go.
We were there for 4 hours, and we're like, I regret none of this.
Yeah.
But also, do we want to actually do any park stuff?
Yes, we did. We did Little Mermaid and something else.
Basically, like the thing about that day is that it just so happened that we met up with everyone around noon, and then we didn't part from everyone until like 10. Like, was it like 9 or something?
Like
9 or 10 that we finally parted away because we were all just getting along so well, and that was what was so weird. We didn't even do that many rides the whole day, but it was like such a hard, like by the end of the day I kept turning around to people. I'm like, my cheeks hurt. I feel like Barbie at the end of Toy Story 2.
A lot of laughing.
It was so fun.
We went over to Disneyland, had dinner at Tiana's Palace, which a couple of people had never had.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
And then we went on Rise of the Resistance, which Brandon
the one friend
had never been on. His wife had.
His wife Armana had been on it, but he hadn't.
And it's always great to go on Rise of the Resistance with people who have never been on it. His reactions were hilarious.
Oh, and before we get into that was also where we met up with 2 other friends who happened to be there.
From Utah.
And so we were up to a group of 9 by that point.
Friends everywhere.
And so the 8 of us got to see Brandon have his first ever experience.
So good.
He was so entertaining to sit in front of.
A lot of very surprised and happy expletives.
All of a sudden he's like, guys, we're on the bridge of the ship right now. We're like, yep.
It was so good. Some of us, I don't remember how many. Some people of us went to Oga's for some drinks and just fun, and that was good too. And that was that night. The next morning, Tuesday. We went to Disneyland, did Storybook Land, which I always love. There was little ducklings. They're so cute.
That's the least amount of time I've ever heard you talk about Storybook
I know.
Land.
We have lots to talk about. So we went on Tom Sawyer Island because they have that cute Mickey and Friends.
Mickey's Park Rangers.
It's this cute booklet. It's a whole huge booklet.
It's a very thick booklet
with a lot of fun stuff. So you solve like these word puzzles, or you go find stuff, you draw stuff. It's definitely for adults too, in addition to kids.
So the thing I liked about it, and first of all, we've talked about it before, but it's a free booklet. You can either get it in one of the stores in that part of the park, or as you go over to the rafts to get
right by the
Tom Sawyer
rafts.
Island, they just have them and they'll give them to you. You do need a pen. But what it is there's like there's 4 sections and then the beginning part where you just write your name. But there's 4 sections for 4 different areas of the park, but are all actually close to each other. And
you just have to do one of them.
There's a ton of activities in each section, and you just have to complete one of them. And then you can go back to the park ranger station, which we just did right there at the rafts. And then you complete those and you get this really cool sticker. You could complete all of them. You can complete just one per section. It's really kind of up to whatever you or your child want to do. And that's what I really enjoyed is that it's not
so cute.
It's not you have to do the whole thing. It's you can literally do 4 things and they can get the sticker. They can do 10 things and they can get the sticker. It's really cute. Go and check it out. Just do it. It's fun.
And
it's fun.
There's some like educational aspects to it.
Yeah,
too,
there really are, actually.
It was cute.
And then I think it was after that we went on Tiana's, right?
Yep, we did Tiana's with
that's when Jake met back up with us.
With Austin and Caitlin, we teased from last week's episode, like, bring galoshes. He brought galoshes,
They
like
really
these
did.
Disposable ones, which I appreciated because then my feet were not all wet and blistery.
And we kind of forced Jake to go on Tiana's because he just isn't a fan of
being
ride.
wet for a while. And
Yeah. It has nothing to do with Tiana's, just like in general, and we kind of forced him to go on it with us.
So he had a poncho and the galoshes and didn't complain quite as much. So
No.
We did lunch at Cafe Orleans, which we just...
That was his choice.
Yep. So we just... You can do the walk up wait list on your phone, which is funny because he tried doing it, couldn't get for $5.
It was just
I did it, got it for $5. But yeah, we only had to wait like 30 minutes and...
You got on the wait list when we were in line for Tiana's because it said it was going to be an hour. And then,
sure.
And then about a half hour later, we got the text saying we can accommodate you.
Very
so
convenient.
Like, cool.
So they have those for most restaurants that do reservations.
They had their Monte Cristos. They were in heaven. We had other things on the menu. Also enjoyed them. It's great. I love that place.
I really like their pasta. Oh, and we tried because lemon box cakes are pretty good, but it was actually a
Lemon
cheesecake.
icebox cakes.
Lemon icebox cakes, but it was a lemon icebox cake cheesecake, and it was actually pretty good.
The only thing I would change is that it needed a little bit more cake at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of like yellow cake at the bottom. It could have not yellow cake, but it was a little bit of cake, and it could have used more, and I think it would have been fabulous. Like no notes on it at all.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
We knew we wanted to do the pool, so we're like, this is as good as time as ever. So we walked through downtown Disney and went to the pools, and it was very relaxing.
I had bought the cookie dough at Kathy's Cookies in downtown Disney because we had an oven in our room, and so we also just enjoyed making fresh cookies while we watched a little bit of the World Cup, even though we didn't really care what was going on.
Without a spatula for some reason. Usually the DVC rooms have spatulas.
Because first world problems. It didn't have a spatula. My room with an oven didn't have a spatula. Oh no.
And what was funny, the cookie, so it's like a bucket of cookie dough. All of them were broken in half.
On
for
purpose.
Some reason.
I don't know why. It was very intentional, but
it was funny.
So we had pool time and cookies. It was great.
Yes.
Then we got ready to go back for Pride Night.
Yeah, we took the monorail back to Disneyland, went on a few rides, got stuck at the very end of Indy before you unload. And
we were there for half an hour.
Jake's brother used to work on Indy, so he texted him. He's like, what's going on? Are we going to get evacuated? And he said, well, they try to restart it, but they have to have a cast member walk the whole track to make sure it's safe. And then once they do that, if they can restart it, thankfully it did. But we were worried, like, are we going to go to Pride Night?
Well, we also had food that we had already mobile ordered and we had to go pick up in Bayou Country.
Yep.
Which we were able to get. Like, that was all good and everything.
And that's our first tip and we've talked about it before, for any After Dark event, especially Pride Night. Order your food from like the specialty stuff from the restaurants you want to get it from for the hour, like during the mix-in time when people are...
It's after the mix-in, actually.
Yeah, when it's closed for the general public, but the event hasn't started.
It's always between 8 and 9.
Because they do let you go eat then. And otherwise, there's not a lot to do otherwise. Or you could do like rides and shopping, but it's a good time to get stuff done.
Yeah, the event itself hasn't started yet, but the park is closed to the general public. And so that's what we do between 8 and 9, so that we don't have to worry about food once the actual event starts. Another thing to remember is that... there's certain things, like, how do I put this? If you are checking in for an After Dark event, and like if you're not entering the park on your ticket, your event ticket.
Like you're already there.
And you want to check in, they typically have the check-in over at Galaxy's Edge. So please remember that.
It's a little annoying how far out of the way it is, but they do it because it's out of the way of other stuff.
Yeah, because they've put it in other places before and it was a disaster. So keep that in mind. And then just remember that there's certain things that they stop doing when the park closes to the general public, because not the entire park was not open. Nope. They closed Galaxy's Edge and they closed
completely Galaxy's Edge,
and they closed the rides.
Tiana's
wasn't open. I know that.
Pooh was, but not Tiana.
Anyway,
just a few random rides. So check the app. Like if you go to Disneyland at least like once or twice a year, or like have a lot of other days you're going to be doing stuff, don't necessarily do the rides during the events, because yes, the lines are short, but there's so much else to do. They try to fill it with so many fun, unique things that you can't do otherwise.
Yeah. So once the event started, what was the first thing that we did? Was it a photo op? Yeah, it was. We went and saw Goofy.
Yep. There was no line for Goofy, the short line.
There was like 3 groups.
We first checked out and saw if we could do Clarabelle. She's always the most popular.
The line wasn't terrible, except that if we had done Clarabelle first thing, we would have missed the fireworks.
Yeah, the fireworks were right at 9:30, so if you're going tonight.
Yeah, so we went and did Goofy. We met Goofy first, and then we went and found a place to watch the fireworks on Main Street. Totally fun. Are they the most amazing fireworks ever? No, but they're fun.
And they're not very long, but they're still fun.
And do remember that I think this goes for any After Dark event, after the fireworks are done, that is when the lines are going to be at their worst. Because everyone has now been like, hey, look, something else to do.
Yep, people already who missed the fireworks were in line, and now you've just added everyone else.
Jake had brought up a good point to our group as we were walking, because he was saying, like, the further away we get from Main Street, the shorter the line should be right now.
Yes.
And we walked out all the way to
Tomorrowland.
The edge of Tomorrowland, to basically the Starview station, like the bottom level of there. That's where Mickey and Minnie were. And when we got in line, it was a pretty short wait. And by the time we met them, it was not a short wait.
Longer.
So we got in that line at a really good time.
What was funny is
they were very peppy.
So they had Mickey and Minnie out, and don't worry. So all of these events, whenever they have character greetings, many times during it, and probably while you're waiting, they'll say the character has to go and get refreshed. Yep, go get a drink or whatever, and then come back. Don't worry, it's usually not that long. It's maybe like 5 minutes or sometimes less. This was way less. It was like 2 minutes. They came out and they had so much caffeine or something. They were dancing
so
everywhere
happy.
and bouncing, and I'm like, whoa!
But it was entertaining.
It was
though.
So fun. But I was like,
we have some really good pictures from that.
Yes.
And do remember, after dark events, all the photos are included.
Yeah, there's a QR code on your wristband.
So if you're like, here, will you take some pictures with my phone? No. Well, just use your... if you want to take some video with your phone.
What I would do...
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it, but that was a good tip. I don't know if Caitlin or someone did.
Caitlin had it. So, had them do it.
Have the extra cast members do a video of your whole encounter because it's just pictures with the PhotoPass photographer. But
go with their pictures,
do their quality
but your
pictures.
Video.
Yep.
Like that, okay, but don't ask them like, it's okay, I'll just use my phone.
Make sure
the pictures are included.
Make sure you go into your Disneyland app, and there's a part under the PhotoPass thing where you can scan your QR code to your app. Otherwise, don't like have them scan it and then
they'll
throw
tell
your
you
thing
how.
away. Yep,
they'll talk with you through it. So after that, we actually stopped by the Stitch. The Stitch dance party for a little bit.
So fun.
Because we were waiting because Caitlin accidentally dressed too cold.
Yeah.
She was too cold, so she went and bought a sweater.
It only was like 67 degrees, but she's
a girl. She's cold-blooded. And then after that, we went to...
We did this. They had this musical celebration. Right. We hadn't done it before, and we didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what it was.
I had no idea.
So they had 5 singers. One of them is he's
one of the Dapper Dans.
And so they just did like really high quality gospel type singing of multiple songs. A lot of Hercules, because
one of them was just, they were supposed to be like the muses. They did quite a few Hercules songs, but there was one that was like basically an Alan Menken medley. I did not argue. It was wonderful.
It was so well done.
That show was amazing. I loved it.
And it's just right by Small World. It says that on
near Small World.
It's like the stage that they sometimes have like Mary Poppins for you to meet and stuff.
Well,
it's not really stage. It's like
that stage is temporary. Like it's hard to define where it's at, but there's a little stage near It's a Small World, and that's where they were.
Yep.
It was so good. So good.
So definitely recommend that.
And so we just walked straight from there down to Main Street so we could get a spot to watch the cavalcade. Yep. Always enjoy the cavalcade.
Do the cavalcade. Try to do the second one because the first one is crazy. And I mean, you can do the cavalcade because then right after is the fireworks. If you do the first one.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
But it's very busy.
It's extremely busy. And so that's why we literally showed up 5 minutes before the cavalcade started. We were at the very beginning of the cavalcade, and so we didn't have to wait long after it started. And then they did it's the type where it stops, they do a show, and then they move on. And so we got to enjoy it for quite a while, and then we're in and out to go and meet Clarabelle right afterward.
Yeah. And evidently Daisy stole the show. This, I think, was the first cavalcade. It's usually Clarabelle that steals the show.
Clarabelle still did great.
I mean, she always steals the show, but Daisy did. You'll have to look it up online if you haven't seen it on people's reels or stuff. It was so good.
Oh, a couple things. I know this is kind of like almost a non sequitur, but it is related. First of all, we have to say that on Sunday, I believe it was, while we were walking through Galaxy's Edge, that we just want to remember to say a belated happy birthday to David.
Yes,
who stopped us and said,
Thank
said
you for
hi.
saying hi.
And we appreciated it.
I think we made his day, and it was great.
I've never had such a formal greeting from someone. It was great, and it made me think of it because then at Pride Night, there was one girl named Holly who came and said hi to us, and that was really super special.
So cute.
Thank you. And then it was later when I was with a group getting churros for everyone waiting for Clarabelle, that there was someone who stopped me. I'm sorry I didn't ask your name. Who stopped me to say hi, and it was funny because we were there with my friend,
and sadly I wasn't there.
I was both times. My friend Dale, who we had met up with, he was one of the 9. There's so many people we met up with. After they said hi to us, he goes over, "You have a podcast?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I never mentioned that. Sorry."
And I was like, "Yeah, in order of the famous people on this planet, it's Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, then us."
I didn't realize that Jennifer Aniston was the most famous person on the planet.
I don't know. I was randomly thinking of people.
I think you did say Jennifer Aniston first. Anyway, but thank you. We really appreciated that. And I was like, I promise we don't get stopped this often.
Someone also said hi. I didn't catch his name on the Matterhorn. Always stop us.
Yes, they did. I forgot about that.
Even if we're like frazzled and running, make sure you stop us.
Anyway, so we met Clarabelle. She was great as always, like 10 out of 10, no notes.
Yeah, definitely meet some of the characters, even though it is kind of a long wait for some of them.
We went and did, the last thing we did with everybody together is we did that photo op in Tomorrowland with the lightsabers.
Yeah, there's some cute photo ops.
And it's a photo op that didn't have any characters, but they are worth it.
Yeah.
And we got this cast member who is the photographer
from last year.
He was there last year. He's so fun.
So like pleasant of a person.
Yes. He's the only one I've ever known that carries a mirror with him that'll throw out to you and be like, if you want to fix anything. But he showed it to us. He's like, nah, y'all look great.
And in between when he was doing photos, he would just like address everyone in line like, thank you for coming to Pride Night. You are all loved. You are fabulous.
Oh, he was great. I think I already forgot
positive.
his name, which is awful because we need to do a cast compliment for him.
We did.
He was fantastic. At that point, we splintered off a little bit because it was so late.
We were so tired. We stopped for a second.
A very brief second. We were going to do another photo op, but the line was too long.
No, went to the room and crashed.
And so we barely made it to the room and crashed.
Austin and Caitlin stayed for like a ride or something.
They went and did a couple of rides during that time because they had no waits. But then they said they got back a little after we fell asleep and crashed. I don't know why we got up as early as we did this morning, but we did.
I slept a little bit.
I did too, but I was still like, why are we up already? Even Austin and Caitlin were up before me, and I was like, no. No.
So this morning, Jordan made the last of the fresh cookies for breakfast-ish, and then we went to DCA because they had the same thing we talked about before, where it was the member morning
for
breakfast
Disney Vacation Club
for DVC members. It was
just a full continental breakfast. They actually ran out of food. It was funny.
Yeah,
not for us. We got what we wanted.
A lot of people were taking a lot of pastries.
Today was a lot more chill because we only met up with Jake. There was only a group of 4 or 5 of us today.
It was just so small.
Basically, we were hanging out with no one.
Oh. We did some rides. We did. I
wouldn't say there was anything like super like noteworthy. It was a great time. We got to take Austin and Caitlin to their first time seeing Walt Disney, A Magical Life. And Austin, I think, cried a little bit.
I think so.
So that was great. In fact, that was the last thing that we did before we left the park. It was wonderful.
Yep. We went to Alien Pizza Planet for lunch and
yes.
stood in line instead of having to do the mobile order. It was
better.
very smooth.
So much better.
I was worried it wouldn't be smooth, but it was smooth.
I can't remember if there was anything else that happened during this trip that were just like that was.
I'm glad you remembered the people that said hi because
I almost forgot, but it was because I was thinking that it happened so many times during the Pride Night. But honestly, like this, as you can tell from us talking, like it wasn't even like we did that many rides. It was just all these times where we're like, here's another group of people. Here's another group of people we know. And like at one point, I was like, on the Monday, I was like, we have been a group of 4. We've been a group of 6. We've been a group of 7. We've been a group of 9.
When we did go on rides, they're like, how many in your group? I'm like, I don't know.
I was telling people when we were waiting in line for rides, I'm like, at this rate, we're going to get to dinner and say we've got 27. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. And everyone was connecting. Everyone was having such a good time. And I was laughing so hard.
Well, and it just goes to show you, because for our Platinum Club 33 friends now, and for our Arizona friends that we met at the Tiki Room, we met them just by talking to them in line for things and waiting for things. And
we just clicked.
Be friendly with people.
In fact, these friends from Arizona, we're now going on a trip with them in October.
Yeah. So just be open to talking to people and try to have fun when you're on your trips. Don't just be too stressed and introverted.
Yeah, it's great.
That's what we said. Same thing with the Disney cruises. Like,
be open.
If you're sitting at a table with other people, get to know other people.
And it's not everyone's like instant cup of tea. I mean, Dan is very introverted.
I am extremely introverted, which is funny being in the medical field, but I hate talking to people. But
yeah. But it was such a great trip, and like every day I was like, I have no idea how this day ended up. I would change nothing. Like it was
a whirlwind of different
I am
stuff.
Exhausted. Yeah. It was great, and as you can see, this episode's long still, even though there was no news, because it was just like, I don't know how any of this came to be, and I'm just at the end of it going like, I don't know why we have those friends that we do. We're grateful for them because
it's just like things happen.
It was the people that made this trip so amazing.
Yep.
Like honestly, it was
people trip. So, if you want to book your people trip with people that you, I guess, know and maybe don't know and want to know, Schedule it with our friends at Getaway Today. That was a good segue, wasn't it?
It actually really was.
Thank you.
But seriously, a lot of really good deals and specials going on right now with them. So use the link in the description to
I
check
don't
them out.
think any of their deals involve random people.
Meet
a
one random
rando.
person, get $10 off. Woo! Woohoo!
Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Make sure you also subscribe to the podcast to get new episodes as they drop. And then we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.